What's the dealio, Keek? You're just squawking at me. You doing alright? Yeah? I'm gonna plug the other one in. I didn't catch him doing the scratching next to it first. He can go crazy for 5 minutes, but he's very happy to be drinking water, aren't you, Vin? Drinking a lot of water lately, dude. Try the fountain. No, he won't do it. She laid next to him in his crate for a couple hours until I got the camera, of course, because they needed his pee, and off into the car we go. All right, YouTubers, in the car with Vinny. I started being a little concerned that he might have something going on with him. I think he's gotten better since I made the appointment at the vet, but you start worrying if it's diabetes because he's peeing a lot. He's always drank a lot of water, and he's always peed quite a bit. But I made an appointment, and it took a while to be able to get in there. And I think I have to like leave him at the door, and they're gonna come get him because of this quarantine thing. But we're gonna head to the vet, right, Vin? Vinny? Make sure you're in there. You've been in there a couple hours. Yep, he's in there. Kiki was laying by his kennel not knowing what's going on. They don't seem to like each other until something's not right. So I think I'm gonna have to sit outside for quite a while too, but hopefully, Vin, when you get in there, you'll actually pee relatively quick. So we'll see how you're doing. I try not to worry about stuff like that, but I know a lot of cats get it. And he's always been a big eater. And I wrote them a little note that I'm gonna put in there to try to describe what I think's going on. But again, I do think he's better. I think he's all right, but he just pees a lot, and it's like heavier. I don't know. But fingers crossed that he's all right. I don't want to have to try to give him insulin shots. And I've poked around at him and, you know, tried to see how he's doing, and he seems to be all right. He's still playful. He's not acting discomforted or anything like that. It's discomforted? I don't think that's the proper word for there. We'll say uncomfortable, discombobulated. He seems to be all right. You're quiet. You're not crying, Vin. It appears that maybe in a couple hours I'll be able to tell you. Well, I don't know. I've never had a cat that I knowingly known had diabetes. I never really had any cats until I got married. I had quite a few, and none of them had diabetes. But we had a dog that was allergic to like everything, so I had to give him shots. That worked for a little while, but the needles kept getting bigger as, you know, they have you kind of like build up to whatever was going on. And I was the one to try to give him shots because she couldn't do it. And for a little while I was able to do it, but as the needle got bigger and I'm trying to sneak up on him, he didn't like that stuff. So I started to have to pay the vet like $5 or $10 or whatever. And it was so bad because I take him over there, you know, it takes forever to load him up Suburban because he was a big dog, get everything all set up, take him in or get his shot, wait forever, and literally took 30 seconds. Here's your $5 or $10. But I was just afraid I was gonna hurt him. So I'm really hoping that I don't have to start giving Vinny shots. So again, fingers crossed. And that's about it for now. So I'm gonna say see you in a bit. And when this comes back after I do like a segue, I'll tell you what I know. There he goes, curbside cat pickup. That's a first. All right, I'm gonna talk to Vinny. I'll tell you guys about it too. Vinny, I'm very sorry, buddy, but you are diabetic. Vinny, you're diabetic. And it might be partially my fault because he's always hungry and he always eats a lot. but they told me it's possible with diet changes you can get to where you don't have to do the insulin. So that is my hope. Dang it. But I'm glad I did the right thing. I had Googled insulin costs for cats, and it ranges. It shouldn't break my bank, but I'm sure the cat food, the prescription cat food, that's gonna be probably expensive. And you're gonna have to go on a diet, dude, because I know I already let you eat too much, because when you don't have food, you lay by your bowl, and then when you lay by your bowl too long, then you get all cranky and you start picking on Keek. So but we'll get you healthy. We'll do all the right things. I'm probably gonna have to learn how to give you a shot. Hope we can work on that together and not be too much of a problem, but this is part of what happens when you have pets, YouTubers. You gotta do the right thing for them. Like I said, I don't expect to go poor doing it, but I know it's money that I'd rather not be spending. But you're a good boy, so we'll take care of you. We'll get you all better. And obviously, Ohio's still kind of locked down. I had curbside cat retrieval and delivery because you can't go inside. So obviously this isn't the greatest time to be having to try to get you to a vet, Vinny, and get taught how to, like I said, I already had the dog thing where I had to give him shots, but we'll figure it out, buddy. I'm really hopeful that getting your diet under control can do some good. I'm going to start giving you a little bit more wet food than I used to, and dang it, I was hoping you were fine, because it seemed not to be as bad. But if you're a cat fan, you can watch this part. If not, I'll put a time in here when you can jump to if you don't want to hear about this. But scraping the litter box, his pee had gotten like sticky. Like it stuck to the scooper thing a lot. It's been weird. So, all right, we're back. We're done talking about cat peeing. But I was talking to somebody about it, and they made it seem like end of the world. Like, well, you better decide what you're gonna do with them. Oh no, take care of them. My boy Blue. So at some point I'll probably post this, and then the next cat video will have an update. And somebody else had asked for pictures of the other cat, Kiki, when she was a kitten, and I found some, so we'll talk about that next. Oh, and I don't know if I put in there, I don't know what I just said because my head's swimming. Their computer system went down. So they're gonna email me stuff. So there's another hurdle to deal with. I'm not very good dealing with doctors. I don't go myself enough, let alone understand all the crap you gotta deal with having a pet that's diabetic. You're gonna be mad for a while. You are not gonna be happy. You like to eat. Alright, YouTubers, here comes the other cat pictures and stuff. Alright, YouTubers, here's an update I'm going to add about the whole Vinny the diabetic cat thing now, which I'm not that thrilled about. I got to clean up yesterday's. They did a quick test and she's like, oh yeah. And then some of the other stuff, definite signs, but they're waiting for labs to come back. They didn't come back yet, so haven't done any insulin yet, but they did give me a prescription, and I went and bought diabetic cat food. It's taken all I can not to swear, but that stuff is really expensive. So, but, you know, they're your animals. You do what you do. And hopefully you'll get the lab results back soon, and we'll start buying them insulin, and I'll learn how to give a cat a shot. I told the story, I think. I had a dog I had to give a shot for a while, and it ended up we'd have to take him to the vet to do it because it just didn't work. Well, this is apparently 1 or possibly 2 shots a day, so I'm going to have to learn how to give him a shot. And I've been told insulin's not that expensive, but judging by the price of the cat food, I mean, that cat food's like 5 times more expensive maybe. It's just nuts. And you can't buy it without a prescription. And the thing that had me thinking of, who the hell's going to spend that much money on a cat unless they got to, you know? But then my thought was, well, maybe they do it so people take their animals to a vet. I don't know, but it seems stupid to me. But yeah, he's acting fine, but I guess his white blood cell was off, and she gave him a shot for that, and you know, it's always a lot of money. But anybody that would do anything terrible to an animal because it has a condition that can be managed, just like you do in people. And the vet did say cats have a relatively high rate of getting back to normal. So my first hope is, you know, maybe a month or 2 of doing the insulin shots and a while of doing the food, probably food forever. I'd like to get it to where I don't have to give him a shot every day, you know. But, and the other joke is, he eats so much more than Kiki. He eats forever. But now I got to learn how to feed them separate, because if I put dry food down, he's going to eat what's ever there. And she eats when she wants to, so I'm going to have to start feeding them the way you feed a dog, apparently. And he's not going to like that. To which I asked, you know, is this my fault for feeding him a lot? And she swore it wasn't. And I said, it's all right, I can take the criticism. You know, if it's my fault for always giving in because he's always hungry. She said, no, it's not your fault. We'll see. So that's that. I'm going to drive home and give him some better food at least. And hopefully one of these days we might get him back to normal. But that's an update for the cat fans. And as for the corona stuff, I've been doing my best not to talk about it. But I'm also trying not to listen to too much news. I'm trying to understand what's going on, but not get flooded with it. But it may be a long while before I do an RV trip, to be honest with you. And I know there's a lot of people out there that this probably won't slow down their plans at all, but I'd rather not get sick, and I sure don't want to get other people sick. So it might be a bit, but we'll see. Hopefully people don't get stupid and just start acting like there's nothing, because, you know, they're dropping all the stay-at-homes, and the numbers are going up everywhere. If it starts going up out in the rural areas where they don't think it's anything, just wait till your small hospital doesn't have enough room for people. So we'll see. That's all I want to say. Well, that's more than I wanted to say, because, again, I said it early when I mentioned it. Somehow it's politics now. Somehow science has become politics. So stay safe, whatever you do. And if you have different ideas on this stuff, I really don't care. If you want to make it an argument about politics, I have no interest in that whatsoever. I just hope everybody stays safe. And I got to go feed a diabetic cat. So have a great and wonderful day. He's fine, just chilling. Throw her in here for a minute. I'm going to do the next video with a Vinny update and her pictures as a kitten. This is her. Anytime I get out of my seat, she steals my seat. And sometimes they do hang out normally next to each other with a roly-poly. And he's eating his diabetic cat food. Have a great and wonderful day.